All right, so let's talk about this generational thing. So, Ib, I want to focus on you for a minute. I want to talk about what makes you you and your sound. Tell me about the name Ib Mattic and where that really became solid for your identity.
Alright, so my name Ib Mattic, originally how it came about was when I was little, my dad, because it's one of his favorite albums, and one of his favorite albums is Illmatic. Trying to get my, is that it's your favorite, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he used to call me Matic around the house. My name is Ibn. So eventually it kind of just became Ib Mattic along the way, but it stuck. It really, really stuck. And it was like, let that be a rap name. And as we did research, in Arabic, Matic means I believe the flow around thing, correct?
Yeah, the flow. Yeah.
Yes, and IB would stand for immune body. So altogether, the name entirely means immune body to the flow of things around me.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is very hip hop because hip hop is also a form of giving meaning to the things that people thought that we were not literate to. You know what I'm saying? And in studying you, you have videos up of you making beats at a young age, and with the Nas Connect, you have a tribute. Tell me how that came about, and how, I mean, like, what made that happen? Just what was the inspiration?
Well, Nas is one of my favorite artists, period. So like, the tribute to an extent, it wasn't even really intentional. It was just once I realized I was going to do it anyway, and then I realized it was an anniversary.
The 20 year
the 20-year anniversary. So I was like, perfect. I was going to do it anyway, but the inspiration, of course, came from him because that's where my knowledge of old school came from. But Nas has been one of my favorite artists forever. Now, the song itself, that was honestly me trying to get some stuff off my chest. I was like, nah, I'm dope, y'all gonna hear it. I'm dope, y'all gonna hear it. Y'all gonna hear this lyricism in these bars right here. And of course, I just happened to pick one of my favorite songs, Nas's Life.
Mm-hmm. Did you send it to him?
No, I made the attempt. Whether he saw it or not, I'm not sure.
It don't matter. He probably saw it. He probably saw it. And that's what's up. So, you were given the insightfulness of the old school to influence your sound. Dad, how important, no, you know what? It's not important. How proud of you, of him right now as a father to see that he took what you believe in and made his own identity through it?
Words can't describe that. Words can't describe that. You know what I mean? Very proud, very proud. You know what I mean? He knows when I'm proud of something he's doing when I walk in the room and say that's whack. You know what I mean? or when I look at him like, you ugly. You know what I mean? Just proud, man. Proud because, you know, when we first started doing this, you know, my main thing was not to, like, force this on him. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't do this because this is what Dad did. You know what I mean? Do it because you really are a product of hip-hop and you love hip-hop. Do it for those reasons. Now, if you're doing it for those reasons, I got your back all day. You know what I mean? I got your back. And so far, he's been showing that, you know, this is what he wanted to do. You know, through his little beat making, through his, you know, songwriting. You know, I just sit back and watch. Once he made one line, and once I realized he connected the bars in that one line, I was like, you don't need me no more. You know what I mean? And when he started telling me, Dad, maybe you should say this instead of that while I'm writing, you don't. You know what I mean? Like, you're good. You know what I mean? Like, let me just focus on just pushing you from behind, trying to see, you know what I mean, make sure your business is right, man. So, very proud.
I'm feeling that because let's go into your identity as an artist. Now, for anybody who has not heard or seen, I want to talk about Heartbreak. That's a very youthful, insightful rendition of impressing, meeting, and showing truthfulness to a lady. I also want to talk about All Jokes Aside, which is for those of my generation who love that youthful, fun, leaders of the new school sound. Shout out to Stan and Khaled at Night for Black Sheep. You had Samad Savage and you, All Jokes Aside. You're creating a sound that's very broad and open. Instead of being labeled as the lean rapper or the trap rapper. You're really taking the time to broaden your horizons and be the eclectic artistic, the artistic rapper that has depth. Was that your purpose? And is that what you want to be overall, or all-rounded, well-rounded MC?
Yes, that's actually, yeah. That's really what it was. The way I see it, why limit myself to one thing or one lane? If my purpose is to get a message across, why limit myself to one lane or one specific people? Widen the scope, do everything, get your message across every way possible. And of course, I just enjoy doing music, so it's like win-win.
Yeah, I mean, and I see that in how you do your beats too. Now let's go into something that I'm really impressed with. And your dad could probably talk about this being a part, as he said, CEO of something that was phenomenal at the time, which was the M.O.soundgroup. And it's just youthful days where it was new and that energy was vigorous and y'all was ready to smash everybody in the mouth because y'all was hot. Let's talk about this What I'm Made Of remix. Let's talk about Soulless and Jay Wonder. Let's talk about you and Samaj Savage and who was it? Who was with you? Khalid? Or was it Khalid? Let's talk about Stan. Let's talk about Chaos. Let's talk about the squad. Now, that youthful, Leah Janae, shout out to her. That EP is dope too. I gotta give it to her. The Jack Rose album, the Soulless Every Day. I mean, the youth of New Jersey has a movement in it that's far better than some of the movements that came before because y'all are compatriots. Y'all work together and the egos do not seem to be what drives you.
Yes.
As an artist, how important is it to have not only your peers support you, but your peers to believe in you and back you and invite you to these projects so y'all all can shine together?
It really means the world to me because, like, at the same time, is of course they're fellow artists and competition, but at the same time, these are my friends before artists. Like, although we all work together with the behind the scenes, these are really friends. Like, if we go to hang out, I really call these people. This is really my immediate circle. So it means the world to me. It's like everything just goes hand to hand with the music and the personal and all that. So it really means the world to me.
Yeah. I just want to chime in on something you said too with the support system of them now. You know, me and Grump always be on like, man, we so happy to see that came about with them because that was our biggest struggle. The generation that, preceded them. That was the biggest struggle. Getting each other to be like, let's just do songs together and push and, support one another. It was always, why I'm just as dope as him. You know what I mean? And that, so to see them doing that, we can't applaud them enough for that, man. It's just a blessing.
You know what's dope? I'm gonna take it back to shout out a brother that we all know, R.I.P. Big Snuff,
Yes, sir.
aka Mantis,
Yes, sir.
my brother. And I remember watching videos of him rock with Tame, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that used to like get me like elated. For y'all who don't know, because if you haven't watched Heritage Hip Hop, the Artifacts is my favorite New Jersey hip hop group of all time. All right, and L and Tame to me are like dope superior artists because their styles blend yet they stand alone. And like when you see your peers rock or the peers rock, it brings something that's amazing. Like the thing that stands out for What I'm Made Of remix, like I don't give a damn personally about the beat or the lyrics for this point I'm making. I remember back when we were into the MTV era, and remember, or maybe you do, maybe you don't, remember they did like an MTV Raps spring break show, and like Black Sheep would come out and rock with Naughty by Nature, and Salt and Pepper would be there, and Cypress Hill, and at the end of the show they could do a cypher, and you'd be like, that's so dope that everybody got together, or they're already singing your hall thing. And when you see that, it was like, yo, that's so dope. And today, it don't exist. It's not even commonplace. You just get features.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And to see y'all in this generation do that together, it really makes me happy because that's hip hop. When you hold that torch of brotherhood, togetherness, integrity, solidarity, composure, enlightenment, strength, intelligence as an MC, when you hold that, you represent so much more than being an artist. How does that motivate, or how does that burden you as an MC?
As an MC, the only way that burdens me is being around them so much and being around the squad. Cause I'm young. Actually, I'm younger than all of them.
Yeah, I know.
So,
You the baby of the bunch, but you also hold your own as one of the illest. So like, let's just keep it real. I like me. I throw all that age junk to the wall. I don't care, because LL was 16 when he was rocking. And LL was one of the GOATs, period. I mean, Special Ed, Chi Ali. I mean, I don't care about your age. Your skill, your work ethic, and your ability to, what's my favorite word for 2018? Execute. Your ability to do that makes you stand out. So, being the baby, go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah, so being the baby of the bunch, I look up to all of them. Although I'm right here with them, I look up to all of them in some way. So for a little while, my dad had to tell me, listen, bro, you're starting to sound like J Wonder. And I heard, and then I realized, like, oh, you're starting to sound like Samad. You trying to sing now? You trying to pull a Jahi on me? You trying to sing that? Like, that's the only really real problem with that. But I embrace that too, because it's a learning process. So that's the only problem I can really see.
Yeah, and you know what? When like minds collab, you're gonna sound alike. But see, even that was the magic of Wu-Tang, that they were all different yet alike at the same time. Cause Dirty did not sound like nobody, and nobody's as lyrical as a Genius, and you got don't sound like nobody. But together, they are amazing. And even when they're individualized, you still get something special from them, and that's what I get from y'all. Here's the one question I want to leave with you to think about and then answer. I mean, if it comes to you smooth, just shoot with it. The burden of being a new MC in the game is living up to expectations that you may not meet because you're being judged by an older crowd, and it's a burden because you're being looked at as so what, you just like me from the new crowd. Being that you fight on both sides, what's the real victory of being an MC to you when you make your sound?
The real victory for me when I make my sound is blending both generations, because there's a huge gap there. So if some way I can bridge that gap, it's bigger than hip hop. It's bigger than hip hop. That's amazing to me. That's one of my goals as well. That's a huge victory for me. It's a huge W if I can bridge those gaps. That's what we need.
Man, I've been knowing my crime, wasting no time trying to open doors, no time for a closed mind, dumb man. I've been going up like a clothesline. I ain't trying to open up no close time. Whoa, tell me who better than we, a vision made into a dream. I'm starting on my enemies, getting cream. No, they say the grass ain't never as green as it seems, but over here we the best, ain't no in between. Put in some work and I got it now. I got the glow, so they watching now. We bros, they keep working, perfect your style. And now we on go, so they watching out for they spots. We need the top one. Here shit, we got some. They was telling us to chill, maybe rapping my deal. See me glowing, now they want some. Oh man, see it's cool, they drool over the kid. No lie, pay my dues, the dude that said the kid on fire. I produce the truth, it's M.O. no why.